Hi, my name is Mary. Thank you for joining us today while we stretch and get a little stronger. Let's begin. Okay, as you know, my name is Mary, and I have two guests, Ruth and Michael, and today we're going to be working with weights or some type of resistance. We're going to be using water bottles, but if you don't happen to have any at the home, you could have like 2 oranges, but you want to make sure, or apples, or even onions, and you want to make sure they're about the same weight. If holding on to something bothers you, you might want to have something like a can of tuna fish. That would be okay, and it would be easier on your fingers. Or you could even get a bag of beans where your fingers can really work right around those beans. Otherwise, you can use a can, but if you use 2 cans, you want to make sure that they're of equal weight. If, of course, you just have salad dressing, you can have a salad dressing bottle. Anything that gives you weight, and you have to have 2 of them, and they must be equal weight. If you don't have anything except for maybe a bag of rice, you can use that, and if it's easier on your hands, if your hands are arthritic, sometimes that's a lot easier to hold on to than something like a water bottle. Now, the fun thing about working with water bottles, or you could even use a bottle of Ensure, or take an empty bottle of Ensure, and then put a little water in it. And then the stronger you get, you add a little more water and a little more water, and then you become stronger. Okay, so today we're going to be working with weights, and our weights are going to be water bottles. Before we begin this, make sure that you want to have loose, comfortable clothing on. You want to drink water before, during, and after your time together. And you also want to work at your own pace. If we're going too quickly for you, slow down. If we're going too slowly for you and you want to pick up the pace, then you go right ahead if you can do it safely. Also, you'll want to make sure that you get your doctor's okay. He'll tell you exercises you should or shouldn't do. And you want to do your very best. If you need to back off, that's okay. Then just join us a little later when you feel more comfortable. It's important when we exercise, you'll notice neither Ruth nor Michael nor I will be bouncing or forcing any move. And of course, if you eat well, that's all the better. So you want to do your very best, and of course, if you smile, it makes everything a lot better. Before we begin this program, let's meet Ruth.
Hi, I'm Ruth. I like to exercise, walk, don't like to cook.
You don't like to cook?
No, I don't like to cook.
Ah!
I like to read.
She likes to read. And you're an avid walker, right?
Yes, an avid walker, and an exercise program we go to 3
Oh,
times a week.
Great. Alrighty. So that's Ruth. She doesn't like to cook, but she does like to read, and she is an avid walker. You walk on the walking trails, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And about how long or how?
We do about 2 to 3 miles.
So they do about 2 to 3 miles, but when they first began, just like we're beginning now, you don't do that much when you very first begin. Because if it were me, I'd get like 2 miles out and I wouldn't be able to get back. Okay, now let's meet the handsome, wonderful Michael.
I don't know if she's talking about me, but the last time we were on television, we had to wear masks. So now you'll be able to see us. Ruth is my wife, and we've been married 13 years. And I really not thrilled with exercise, frankly, but when we met Mary at Powerful Aging at the University of Connecticut, Mary got us interested in exercise. We like to walk, but the different types of exercise we learned through Mary. And in the cold weather and rainy weather, we walk at the mall in West Farms. And in nice weather, we walk on the trail in Farmington or in Avon. So, and I'm a cook in the family, and I like, and Ruth is not, so we're very, very compatible.
That's great. And Ruth, is he a good cook?
Yes, he's a good cook.
He's a good cook. That's fantastic.
And sometimes he even cleans up after.
Sometimes he cleans up. That's wonderful, Ruth. Yay for you, Michael.
Thank you.
Okay. So before we begin our exercises, we'll want to warm up because we're going to be using our hands. We'll want to warm up our hands. So you'll notice that Ruth and Michael and I are all sitting at the very edges of our chair. We have good sturdy chairs with no rockers or no rollers. And we look around and make sure there's nothing because we're going to be stepping out. So you want to make sure if you step out, you're not going to step on the cat or in my case, a big stack of books. Also, we're gonna be reaching up to the sky, so you wanna make sure there's nothing hanging from your ceiling. And then we're also gonna be reaching out, so make sure you're not too close to a table with a lamp or a sleeping cat on it. Because my aunt always had cats that slept on the table.
Oh my.
Yeah, we couldn't have cats on the table. Okay, so here we are. We're gonna begin by warming up. And we start very, very easily with the largest muscles of our body, which in Michael's case is his mouth, but in our case, it's our legs.
That's not very nice.
It wasn't really nice, and I apologize. I'm really sorry about that, Michael. Okay, so we're gonna lean back a little, and as we do, we're gonna lift one leg slowly, and then we're gonna come right back down. We're gonna lean back, lift a leg slowly. So what you'll notice is, as you're leaning back, lifting your leg, it makes the leg lifting a lot easier. But what's happening is, at the very, very point where we come from going back to going front, you should feel your muscles in your abdomen tighten up a little bit. And you're gonna feel the muscles on the legs tighten up a little bit. That's perfect. And just 2 more, please. Here's your last one on this side. Let's go to the other side. The last one there, and relax. Good job. That was excellent. Now, so we work the muscles right here. Now we're gonna work the joints of the knee. So we're sitting nice and tall. Our ears are over our shoulders, shoulders over hips, and right in front of our hips are our knees, and right under our knees are our ankles. What we're going to do is we're going to hold on to our chair because we're at the edge of the chair. So you want to make sure we have a sturdy chair. Alternate heels, tap forward. We'll start with this leg first. So you're just going to tap forward and bring it in. Good work. So you're tapping forward, but you're not snapping the knee down. You're just reaching forward with that heel. That is great. Good work. Nice. And we take our time and we stretch it out as far as we can go, tapping the heel. Now, we're going to ask ourselves to tap with the toe. So we reach out and touch with the toe, just like you're reaching your toe into the bathtub to see if the water is just perfect. So do you like taking baths, Michael?
No.
Showers?
Yes.
Okay. And Ruth?
Showers.
Showers. I like showers too, but every once in a while you need a bath with a lot of bubbles. Okay. And then come back to center, please. Let's roll those toes out, and the knees go out also. Bring the toes in. So even though we're working our feet, you'll notice that the knees are following the feet. And if the knees are following the feet, then we know we're getting a little work in the hips also. Tapping the toes out and in. Good job. Out and in. Last time, please. Out and in. Bring them center and lift the heels, sweeping them out and in. Good work. And we're sitting nice and tall, and we have smiles across our face. And it's really, really hard to smile now if you've had your mask on for a long time. I'm just saying. Okay, and come right back to center. Let's roll right up on our toes, and then right back on our heels, and lift the toes up. There you go. Now what we're doing is we're working on the little joint of the ankles and our little muscles on our feet, having strong and flexible feet. That's a very important thing for good balance, believe it or not. Okay, and then just relax. So Michael, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Did you hear about the 2 bed bugs who are getting married?
Bed bugs were, no, I think I've heard that one.
They're getting married in the spring.
In the spring.
Isn't that a good one?
Yes, that's terrific. I love your, what do they call those? Those little jokes. There's a name for it, but I forget. Oh, I should add, I think that we don't have masks, and I wanted everyone to know that all 3 of us have been vaccinated, so we're safe with that.
That's right. Thank you for mentioning that.
Yes.
Now you'll notice that our elbows are close to our ribs, so we're going to be working the rotator cuff. And then we're going to have our hands so that they face each other, almost like we have a package. I give my package to Ruth and then one to Michael. And then we're going to rotate our hands, palms up, and draw the thumb back, keeping the elbows really, really close to the ribs. There you go. Excellent. Now we're going to bring our hands in front of our hips. We're going to drop the fingertips down to the knees and bring them right up to our shoulders. Good. So this is an exercise we're preparing for to do a bicep curl. This is going to help you pick up things. Yay!
Wouldn't it be better if we had something in our hands?
We're going to, but we have to warm up first, Michael.
All right.
It would be a lot better if we had something in our hands.
All right.
Okay. There are some of you who are like Michael and some of you who are like Ruth and me. and then relax down and shake out your hands. And then open and close your hands because we're going to be using our hands to hold on to our water bottles. Great job. And then just shake your hands out. And we were working the elbows, bringing our hands to our shoulders. Now we're going to relax the hands down by the sides, pull the shoulders up, back, and down. This is one of my very, very favorite moves.
And mine too, it feels good.
Doesn't that feel good?
Yes.
Because many times we don't even realize the tension we carry in the back of the neck and our shoulders. But when we loosen up like this, it makes us almost want to go, ah, It's real great relaxing. And of course, if you do this exercise all the time and you go to your doctor's and he tells you to go, all you do is put your shoulders up and go, and he'll be very proud of you. Okay, let's relax down, please, and shake it out. Because we're going to be stepping laterally or out to the side. We're sitting nice and tall. We always remember our posture prior to moving. And then we're going to take this leg and just tap out a little bit. So any of the moves that we do, you'll notice that we start very small because we want to get our joints and our muscles prepared. And then we're going to step out a little larger. There you go. And you don't have to step out big if you don't feel like it. But as your foot steps out, so goes your knee. And so now we're working on the hip. Excellent. Perfect. Okay. Good job. Come right back to center, please. Now we are going to take a drink of water, and then we're going to grab our weights. So
I don't drink enough water. I don't think many people do. How much water are you supposed to drink anyway?
Well, I'll tell you exactly how much water you're supposed to drink. Number one, when you get over 30, many times you're not thirsty and you're really getting dehydrated. Sometimes people will say, oh, well, it depends on your sex, how much you weigh, how much activity you do. And it depends on that and how many ounces you should drink according to your weight. Some people say just drink 8 ounces a day. But the fact is, you can know very, very surely by looking at the color of your urine.
Oh.
When you go to the bathroom, if your urine is a light color, like nice lemonade, then you know you're pretty good. But if your urine color is dark, like apple juice, that means you're getting dehydrated and you must drink.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I try to drink all through the day. What I have is I have 8 little pennies on my counter by my water glass, and every time I take a drink of water, I put a penny from the counter back into the drawer.
Seriously, you
That's
do
a
that?
good idea.
I do that. Yep, that's a good idea. And then,
Okay, I have a question.
yes,
Ruth would probably want me to do quarters, but what about beer?
beer is something that you drink and it quenches your thirst.
Yes.
It could also be something that induces your urination.
So it doesn't count?
Well, some doctors say any beverage counts,
Oh,
coffee,
all
or
right.
anything.
All right.
So it depends, just have those. Well, also, when I have a goal, like if I really want something really badly, then I put $8 on the counter. Yeah,
oh.
and instead of putting them in the drawer, I put them in my pocket. Just want you to know that. Okay,
I'll try that.
you'll try that? Great. Or you could have Michael put 8 $5 bills on them,
That's even
and then you
better.
could put them in your pocket.
Yes.
Well, I don't know about, okay. All right.
Okay, let's grab our weights. So you want to grab your weight, whatever is a good weight for you. What you want to make very sure of is that they're both equal. So you want to make sure, and you can even look on, because sometimes it's really deceptive if you think you have 2 jars the same. Some jars can be skinnier or fatter, and you can have more ounces in it. So you just want to check the ounces. If you're working with apples or oranges, that's fine. Okay, so we're going to take our hands, we're going to drop them by our sides. So beginning this posture, our chest is high, our shoulders are up and back and down, and we hold our heads high like there was a little string holding a star way up in the sky. Then, remember when we were doing that exercise and you said if we should do it with weights?
I did.
Okay, here we go, Michael. We're going to bring the thumbs right up to the shoulders. We notice that Ruth and Michael and I have our elbows down and close to the top of our hips. And slowly, slowly, we're bringing them up. So this is a standard bicep curl. It's what they call a hammer curl. And if you want a little more from this exercise, bring your weights up to the top and then roll the thumbs out. And then roll them back in and thumbs down. Your shoulders are back and down, and golly, you feel good. It feels good to move because you push the blood and oxygen to the brain and all the cells of your body. And your body's happy when you take good care of it. Excellent.
There's not much weight here.
There's not much weight there. And so that's why, and I'm going to use you as an example, that's why you would want to be working a heavier bottle with more weight in it. So when Michael says there's not a lot of weight here, okay, this is our last one. Let's just roll the bottles on our thighs. When Michael said there isn't a lot of weight, that's when we use a bottle this big.
Oh.
Yep. And so we use this much, and say Michael says this is too light a weight. Then the next time we work out, we add water. We open up the cap, put water, a little more water in, maybe up to here, put the cap on tightly, and then if he says that still isn't enough, we fill the water right up to the top, and if he's still anxious, we put a rock in it.
Well, Ruth has some light barbells. Maybe barbell is the wrong word, but light weights. She has 2 pounds, she has 5 pounds, she has 10 pounds. So I've been using at home the 5-pound weight, and then you can use the 2-pound weight in there. These weights are all available in Walmart, for example, if you want to use weights that are heavier than the water.
That's true. So you could use weights, but if it's hard for you to get to a store to get weights, that's when you take whatever you have available.
Yes.
And so that's why you use the bottle and fill it up with water.
Yes.
Okay, good job. So what we're doing is relaxing our hands, also our thighs. Then we come back to center, please. We're going to relax the bottles down. We're, again, realign ourselves by sitting nice and tall. Slowly we bring our thumbs up to our shoulders. This time our palms are facing each other. We breathe in, and as we exhale, we slowly push the hands up. And you'll notice neither Ruth nor Michael nor I are extending our hands or snapping them out. I'll show you from the side. We're stretching up. There you go. So our weights are in front of our shoulders. And this is a really important exercise to do. So we can reach up to the top shelf, or in my case, I can reach over the refrigerator where I hide my candy. Yeah, I try to hide it on myself, but sometimes I can't trick myself. Okay, this is very good. Exhale as you push up. Slow return to the shoulders. Breathe in, breathe out. Now let's slowly return the weights all the way down to the hips. Let's do a combination of both of those exercises. Breathe in, breathe out, curl in. Exhale all the way up. Get a good stretch. Down and down. Good work. Breathe in, breathe out. Whoosh. So let breathing work with you. There you go. That's just great. You're doing an excellent job. Exhale. Whoosh. Slow return. Excellent. 2 more, please. Breathe in. Whoosh. Out. And all the way down. Great job. Now we're going to roll the weights, because whenever you do an exercise, you always want to stretch out those muscles. And many times when we're holding something like a water bottle or even a weight or anything that gives you the resistance, sometimes we're so focused on doing the exercise properly, we squeeze too tightly and elevate our blood pressure. So that's why we do that nice, easy roll. Okay, how are you feeling?
Feeling well.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Okay, so we were working the upper body. Now we're going to work the lower body by placing the weights right on our legs. Sitting tall, breathe in. As you breathe out, remember when we leaned back? Let's lean back and lift the leg. There you go. So there are a couple of things you can do here. If you're doing this and you say to yourself, I'm not ready for this one yet, then you take the weight and you bring it closer to your hip. And that will take the weight off. Can you feel that's less a weight?
Yes.
And if that's tough, bring the weight all the way back to your hip. And that's a lot easier. But for Ruth and Michael and you, we're going to try to bring the weight all the way to the end of the knee. There you go. That's excellent. Good job.
Even though this is a small water bottle, I can feel it.
Yes. And for Michael, if he couldn't feel it, I would suggest that as he lifted the leg, he pushed down with the hand. Come back to center.
Feel that
Push
more.
down with the hand.
I feel that more.
Yep, so this is giving Michael a little more challenge. Ruth and I, we're just enjoying this. Exhale and push down so you can give yourself increased resistance. Good job. Last one on this side and last one on this side. Good job. So we were working the lower body a little bit. Now we're gonna relax ourselves. Again, roll, roll, roll. There you go. Now we're gonna sit nice and tall and we're gonna step out. Remember, we did that without any resistance. Now we have the resistance close to our knees. If it bothers your thigh or your hip flexor or anything, just drop the weight or roll it closer to your hip. Nice and tall, breathe in, and as we breathe out, we're gonna step out a little bit. Good, and then in, good. Stepping out a little bit and in, great job. Out and in, that's it. Out and in, good work. Stepping out and in. And so you'll notice that we're stepping out and in a little. The more comfortable we get with this, we're going to step out and in a little more, just a little more. And it may not feel comfortable for you, and you might want to go right back to where you were. Always remember, what you're doing is for you, so if it doesn't work for you and you're not feeling comfortable, then you don't want to do it. Good job. Now come right back to center. Excellent. So now we want to work the stomachs, because if you have a strong stomach, it will help you have a strong back. You'll notice we're at the edge of our chair. We're going to take one water bottle or two, and we're just going to hold them right on our chest. We're nice and tall, and I'll show you from the side. We're going to sit nice and tall, breathe in. As we breathe out, when we lean back, we drop our chin so it's parallel to the floor. That helps prevent the low back from arching up. Breathe in, breathe out, whoosh. Breathe in. So you'll notice when you lean back, and you can only lean back if you are at the edge of your chair and you have all that space. When you go back, you're going to feel the tummy tighten up, and that has to pull you up. Good job. Lean back, tighten the tummy, and come up. So if you're saying to yourself, this is really too much for me, go ahead and drop one water bottle, or drop both, and simply have your hands across your chest. But it's really, really important to get that tummy nice and strong. Good work. Let's do one more, please. Good, and breathe out as we come up, whoosh, and back to center. That was great. You did a really, really nice job. But remember, when we work one muscle group, we always want to get the opposite muscle group. So the opposite of the muscle group of the tummy is the back. So this one we go nice and slowly, and we only use one weight, especially to begin with. Our legs are wide, and we have one weight, and we're holding it right between our hands. Our postures are nice and straight, and I'll show you from the side. We breathe in, and as we breathe out, we only come forward a little until we feel the back tighten up. Then slowly, slowly we come up. Good. Breathe in, breathe out. Let the water bottle go towards the floor as you come forward, and then slowly come up. There you go. That's great. Breathe in, breathe out. Ah. Slowly come up. Shoulders are relaxed. Arms and back are straight. Pull the belly in, protecting that back. Good job. Breathe in. Ah. Now you'll notice that I'm staying high because my back hurts a little bit. But Michael and Ruth are going down a little more because their backs are stronger. So remember, there's no right or wrong way to do this. If you're moving, and if you're moving safely and comfortable, it's great. Yay. One more time, please. Down we go, straight arms, and up. Now, we're going to work a little more if you think your back is strong. Okay? So, what we're going to do is come forward like we did, not very far, but when we come back, we're going to lift the backs of the hands up no higher than the chest or shoulders. Slowly come down. Feel the gentle stretch in the back. Slowly come up and lift. Good work. And down. Good. Breathe out as you come up. Whoosh. Good. Nice, easy breathing. And exhale. Whoosh. One more time, please. There you go. Now while you're down here, place one hand on your thigh. Take the water bottle and keep it in just one hand. Your back is flat. And you'll notice that we're going to drop the water bottle on the outside of just one leg. The hand on the thigh is supporting the weight of the upper body so your back doesn't hurt. Okay, breathe in, and as you breathe out, pull the water bottle back and up to your hip. Come right down, good job. And right back up. This is working the upper back, which is very important to have a nice strong upper back so your posture is good. When your posture is good, you feel good. Not only that, when your posture is good, your ribs are lifted, it gives you a lot more room for those lungs to expand and your ability to take a great big breath in. Good job. 2 more, please. Exhale as you come up. Whoosh. Good. And pull up 1 more time. Let it hang down, and then roll the thumb out and in. You'll notice our backs are very straight, and our working arms are very straight. Then slowly we push the hand into the thigh and come up. Good work. Let's do the other side. Placing the hand on the thigh. That's going to support the weight of the upper body. Breathe in. Legs are bent. Arms straight. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come forwards. And now the weight is on the outside of the calf. Now you'll notice that Ruth is going way down almost to her ankle. I'm staying high. Here we go. Breathe in. Breathe out and draw the elbow back. Good. And then down to wherever it's comfortable for you. Good. We're working the muscles on the back of the upper arm and the upper back. As we draw our elbow back, our shoulder blade rolls right into the spine. And the only way it gets there is by tightening those muscles in the upper back. Can you feel this, Michael?
Yes, I can.
Is it a great one?
Yes, it is.
Is it like one of your favorites?
Yes. It's not difficult.
I'm not even, well, if you had a heavier weight, it would be.
I would maybe they'd be interested in the benefits of doing this mentally and physically.
That's a good idea. So let's sit all the way up after we roll the hand out and in. Good job. And as we get a good stretch, let's talk about that. So interlace the fingers after you place your water bottle down and place the palms down. Now, if that's difficult for you, Michael's going to demonstrate simply putting one hand on top of the other. So remember, for whatever exercise we do, we can make it easier or we can make it more difficult. Good. Then you're going to push your hands away, please. Now, doing a twist is important for your spine as well as your intestines. So we're going to breathe in, and as you exhale, one hand comes across the outside, the other hand comes to the back of your chair. Sit tall, breathe in, and as you breathe out, turn and look back. And just feel how good that feels. This is a little tiny twist. It's good for your spine. And actually, it's good for everything. Mm-hmm. Breathe in, sit a little taller. Exhale, look back a little further. Utilize the hand on the outside of the leg and the back of the chair. Good, good. And slowly come back to center. That's great. Breathe in, lift up. As you exhale, rotate to the side. Hand crosses the body, other hand behind. Breathe in, sit tall, because you never want to do a rotation without having a beautiful straight spine. As you exhale, turn and look back. Breathe in and lengthen the spine. Exhale, turn and look back. Now use your eyeballs. Yes, we're going to exercise our eyeballs. And then slowly come back to center. That was great. You did an excellent job. So Michael wanted to talk about the benefits of exercising. It's not only for your body, but it's for your mind, because we have to work together.
That's the point I wanted to emphasize, is that I'm not thrilled by exercise. I don't know how many people think it's fun, but with Mary and what we're doing, this is fun. And the people think that it's only for your physical well-being, but it's also for your mental well-being.
And if you're physically and mentally well-being, so goes your spirit. Your spirit soars when you exercise. That was very nice. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you. You're welcome.
And thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Funding for Simsbury Community Television is provided in part by contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.